Good morning, Denise, Kevin, and Nicole. Good morning, Denise, Kevin, and Nicole.
Good morning. Good morning. Kevin you didn't tell us what that meant.
You gotta tell us what COL means. We're both blonde, apparently. Oh, I didn't turn my volume down. Rookie mistake.
That might have been the echo I was hearing because I have on my earbuds.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, Kevin, you really need to tell us what COL means, please. We're clueless. We're clueless.
It better not be something it ain't supposed to be. You guys, LizzAnn's granddaughter, they're having to take her back to the hospital. Oh, thank you.
Oh my goodness. Good morning, Dwayne and Vicky Porter too. Good morning, Dwayne and Vicky Porter too. Now it takes Dwayne to tell us. I told you it'd be something we'd be like, "Are you kidding me?"
Yes, Denise, you send prayers right at the right time. But that made me think of the V8 commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Should have had a V8. But yeah, you guys, Sally, you know, prayers for Sally. They're having to take her back to the doctor. Oh, Vicky said COL used to mean cost of living.
Mm-hmm.
Us too. I've had 2 cups already, and I was still like,
I had a whole pot already, and I still couldn't figure it out.
Oh, I am going to. I think in the banner, I'm going to make a banner for what came to mind. You know, I try to have a theme for, you know, each day.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be cheesy to some to have a theme every, you know, Monday something, Tuesday, but that's just kind of how we did it. And that's kind of, so that takes our name away. Is there a smaller banner? Let me see. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, so I thought this morning, thirsty for the word, you know, that people that come and they stay and they can come back day after day. You know, you're thirsty for something. You're thirsty for interaction. You're thirsty to hear Traci sing to you. You're thirsty for, you know, just hanging with us crazy women. But for whatever it is, Traci, could you read?
Yes. Hang on one second. And it's just saying.
And I will.
I'll just say it. Thank you, Vicky.
Yes.
For saying it's good to have me back. Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatever was written previously was written for our instruction, that by endurance and by the encouragement of the scriptures we might have hope.
So that, I don't know why, but that did come to my mind, and so, you know, that's what I decided to put out there.
It's a good. It's a good verse. That we might have hope.
And you know, we do get silly. We're kind of all the way around. Sometimes, you know, we'll start out and then come all the way back around. And yesterday was good because we got some prayers out there. And Traci, Robbie had his sister. He told his sister to join us. So she was on.
Yeah.
she was on. So 4Speed is going to set his mom up to where she can find us and not be lonely. So what started out as from my art talent ended up to this. And I loved church and I loved scripture. And we used to have to memorize Bible verses. If we would go to Bible school, they'd give us a verse or
A verse of
Sunday,
the day that we had to go home and memorize for the next day.
and whoever could memorize the most scriptures would get a prize and stuff like that.
Prize, yeah.
So, there's some that I'll think in my head, but I really don't know where it's at. So, Google God. Or God's Google. I use it to look up a scripture real quick. But I also had what do they call the back of the study Bible? I forget. Concordance. Yeah. So if anybody, I always had my Bible with me at work, and where I take it with me everywhere. When I was younger, like the kids were younger. And if somebody asked me about a scripture, I'd always tell them, let me look it up. I do not want to misquote. Hey, Killer
Good morning, Killer Whale. Good morning to you. Good morning, Killer Whale. Good morning to you.
Killer Whale, I'll put this scripture up here, and this is our scripture for the day. There you go. For everything that was written in the past was written to teach us, so that through the endurance taught in the scriptures and the encouragement they provide, we might have hope. So that is what we are standing on today, is that scripture. And I guess I need to have a scripture a day, or something to at least start out on. And it was Traci, you'll have to check out Killer Whale sometime and just listen to him, read scripture.
I have. I've been on, I've been on with him.
And isn't it just like a chill? Just Well, yes, and you know what? I would have read it again. We would have read it again. You can't get enough of it. I tell people, can't get enough of Jesus. Can't get enough. Nope. And, no matter, it's like I told people about you yesterday, Traci. And Traci goes back and watches the replay. I don't know how in the world, as long as it was yesterday. But it's, the joy of the Lord. Yeah, Denise. The thing of it is, scripture goes along, and Dwayne said it. I could look at a scripture and it do this for me this day. You can open the Bible, find a scripture, and that's the magical thing of the word. It's just like magic. It's like this book. If you read a secular book, because hey, I read Twilight, the whole series. I won't lie. Yeah, I mean, so whatever would grab my attention, I could read it and not put it down. But I could tell you that book meant this when I read it. I enjoyed it. It was fun reading it.
Good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to you. Good morning to Jennifer. Good morning to you.
But it's, if I tell somebody what the whole series is about a young girl that fell in love with a vampire, and at the end of it, she had a vampire half baby, and then they got married and lived happily forever, because vampires don't die. So, but the Bible. Oh, there's
Good morning, Eli family, 1983. Good morning, Eli family, 1983.
Good morning, Eli. So, the Bible is so different. It's because when I was really thinking of why people come, here, and I was like, well, thirsty for the word. That come to my head, and I'm like, okay. So I really didn't pull out the scripture until this morning, and it was the thumbnail. It's the thumbnail I found, a free thumbnail where I won't get a copy strike. And I was like, well, gee, that does fit with what we do. And I don't take thumbnails lightly. I really look through, just go down and just go, and then it'll be certain ones that hit me.
Well,
So
it's like anytime when you're reading the Bible, some part of a chapter or verse will touch my heart one way and touch your heart a different way, but it's the same words and the same meaning overall, but different parts of it speak to different people. And
yeah,
that's, I think, in the design. That's why it's a book that you can read over and over and over again, because you never get the same exact thing out of it each time you read it. It's not like a secular book that you read and you put it away because it's going to be the same the next time you read it.
mm-hmm.
The Bible you're going to get something different depending on what you need that day or what you need at that time.
Yeah, and even the Old Testament, some people say, oh, we don't have to read the Old Testament. That don't pertain to us. You can't understand the New Testament if you don't read the Old Testament. Or people say, well, we live by the Old Testament.
Good morning to 5-Speed. Good morning to you. Good morning to 5-Speed. Good morning to you.
Good morning, 5-Speed. Good morning. So, people that live just by the Old Testament, you've got to understand that in the Old Testament, it talked about who was to come.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, just Sandy. Good morning to you. Good morning, just Sandy. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. You and Dwayne up mighty early this morning. Very early this morning. So, that's just the joy of it. That's the joy of being excited about a book. It's sort of like at work I'll say the Twilight books again. When those first came out, oh my goodness, people that bought them, that I'd be like, when you finish, can I get it? And one girl said, yes, you can, but I can't let my cousin, she'll mess them up. I don't want her ruining my books. So she coveted, the books and wanted to keep them clean and not tore up. So there was an excitement around all of these people.
Look at that. It was City of Lynette. Crazy. We were totally clueless. Good morning to Super Dave. Good morning to you. Good morning to Super Dave. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Super Dave. Good morning. And no, I'm still not going to tell you what I'm going to send you. You're still going to have to wait, Dave. Kevin Super Dave 44. That is who helped me get those last few for the 1,000, and he was actually the number 1,000. He put his phone right up to the camera and let me see. So Super Dave, Kevin Crawley is my husband. This is my wonderful husband right here. I wouldn't be me without him, because we kind of, our lives changed together.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
you hear me sing to you, Kevin? I will sing again just for you. Good morning to Kevin. Good morning to you. Good morning to Kevin. Good morning to you.
So yes, there was an excitement around everybody who had the books and all that kind of stuff. So we get excited about that, and this brought back the excitement to have people to talk about, to talk about the Lord, or how was your day? Or, praying for somebody. Oh, yeah, right, keep baby. Tell her you had to step out. You just want to hear it twice. He probably did have to step away because, look, you guys, that over there, he says women gossip and women talk too much. I've sat on the porch. I have been lounging in my zero gravity lounger when my back's hurting real bad. And I can hear them over there. And sometimes I'll holler and say, is anybody going to work over there? I mean, it's that close to where he works, and I can hear them over there. I can even hear him popping his gum.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I can't stand that. He'll pop it sometime right by my ear. And our little dog could not stand for him to pop that gum. And when she, years ago, when she would be on my lap and he'd start popping that gum, she'd jump. And I said, I know. Daddy's over there popping that gum.
Aw, be careful in the manhole, Kevin. Be careful.
Yes. Manhole's what got your back messed up. Oh, Denise, and that's weird.
Oh. Well, so should I sing to the first ones then? That I sing to Kevin. So good morning, Denise and Nicole too. Good morning, Denise and Nicole too. Good morning, Laura Beth. Good morning to you. Good morning, Laura Beth. Good morning to you.
Maybe because there is a difference.
Maybe we should delay a little bit.
Do it right from StreamYard. Wait, yeah. No, they don't hear it. Yeah, because they'll come in and type, then we see it on StreamYard.
Mm-hmm.
I forget, you guys. It's weird to think, you guys, I'm still trying to get used to that
that there's a commercial when we start. Good morning to Willow. Good morning to you. Good morning to Willow. Good morning to you. Good morning, Carla D. Good morning to you. Good morning, Carla D. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. The others come for your singing. Carla comes for my accent.
That's for the. Someone I saw, I think Darlene B or somebody had on their Facebook. I saw a post on Facebook that they had a telemarketer call. It was a meme that they had a telemarketer call, and the telemarketer called and said that they couldn't understand them. And then she said, press 1 for Southern. That's all you
Yeah.
press 1 for Southern.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're going to get.
Yeah, Super Dave, it will be my husband's, but he said I could use it at night, and he goes to sleep pretty early. So I will be able to go in and help support other new people that comes to your channel, trying to get past that spot. And maybe we'll find out who it was, just a few from their 1,000. Because, I just can't remember. And I was trying to scroll using my little phone, and I was like, who was it?
Yeah.
Who was it? So, but yes, Super Dave, we're going to get it. And, a lot of things has to be on faith. And faith means you have to believe it. You speak the word, you speak it over yourself, and then you believe that everything will be all right. And Traci, watch it for me, because I'm going to check on the puppy.
Okay.
Super Dave, my phone won't let me do the app, but I can do the dots and go right to somebody's channel. But it won't let me comment on their channel. I don't know why. So it don't let me do it right. I have to wait till the next day and do it right. But let me check on puppy. I don't want to go in there and find pillow everywhere.
Yeah. Thanks, Denise. And Willow, I will keep you in my prayers today. I hope your lab work turns out all right. Hope your prescriptions are ready on time. Trust me, I know that whole, I have to send my husband out to get prescriptions. I swear 1 to 2 times a week, it seems like I have a prescription ready for pickup. I can't understand why they can't do them all at the same time. But the insurance will only let you do one this day, and then they'll only let this one be because it has to be 28 days from the last time it was filled, or 20 some days, or whatever. It's ridiculous. Lab is just A1C. That's good then. Hopefully that will be just fine. They're taking Liz's granddaughter to the doctor this morning because her feet were hurting her so bad. So that poor little girl with that newly diagnosed diabetes is having more trouble.
My pillows are fine.
Good. Good news.
But she enjoyed getting it in her crate. She gets in there sometime by herself. Yesterday, Traci the cat tried to get in there with her, and I thought, ooh, that is not a good idea. Not right there. Eli, okay, so when will you know the results, Eli? I go next week and have another epidural, and I'm praying that this one will help. Somebody told me sometimes it takes 2 or 3 before it will help. You know,
yeah, that's exactly it, Willow. That's what makes me so sad for her, Liz's granddaughter, is that you know that it, things that she maybe loved, you know, a certain candy or whatever that she can't have now is just got to be frustrating
and you know,
hard to understand.
Now that she went unresponsive, she's gonna be even more scared. When she thought she had died, when she told LizzAnn she thought she was dead. That's a lot for a child to deal with. They're scary. So she's got to be terrified. But my prayer is, and I pray for this morning, that, you know, one day God, you know, will use her to help other children. Who knows? Sally might be a doctor for juvenile diabetes. You know, we never
or even
know.
like her school nurse had juvenile diabetes, and so the school nurse understands what these kids are going through, that she helps out during their school day. You know, even if she maybe did something like that, it would be a blessing to somebody else, some other child that was in the same situation that she's in now.
Well, Eli, I hope you don't have to have any more back surgeries. That's one thing that I have not had surgery on, because it's not something they, you know, bulging disc is one thing, but they really don't want to do surgery. You know, it has to be something else worse than that. And really, from what I hear, people that have had back surgery, I can't afford the ones that you go to the Spinal Institute somewhere. We have one in Dothan, I think, Alabama. I can't afford it. I have a cousin that her husband had it, and it worked wonders for him, but she had to cash in some of her 401k. So that's how much.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, a lot of us in this, a lot of us can't afford to do what our insurance won't pay for, which makes it difficult when your insurance turns you down for something and you have to appeal it and go through that whole appeal process. It's frustrating.
Yeah, and there you go.
Good morning to Craig. Good morning to you. Good morning to Craig. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Craig.
Good morning, Craig.
Craig, we were talking about back surgeries. I guess I need to send Glenn a message and ask how he's doing.
Good morning to Misha. Good morning to you. Good morning to Misha. Good morning to you.
Good morning, honey. Ooh, girl. So, well, if that, it's a blessing that worked for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've never heard of that. So I'll just tell you, God bless me because I have like a metal plate in my neck. It's the size of a business card. And so I was blessed that I have range of motion that I could have come out of there and not be able to move my neck at all. But I was like, I don't care. Anything's better than
Then
the pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I would have been stiff for the rest of my life and had to move my whole body, that would have been fine.
Yeah, that's hard when they give you all of those risks and then benefits that can be from and all of that. And it's so hard to go home and weigh the risks and the benefits. And is this going to be really the right thing for me? And you pray about it. And whew, it's always a tough one.
You guys, I got a new prayer sheet for anybody that needs
Oh, Denise.
Prayer request. Let me see.
Denise woke up yesterday. Now both of her legs are numb all the way to the end of her toes.
Oh,
Starting to
Denise.
not work right. Denise. We will definitely pray about that.
And Denise, when when was it that you have to go to that long trip? I wrote it down yesterday. So let me see.
Today she has to go to the doctor on the long ride to the doctor.
So your husband's going to be driving.
Today. Yeah.
Okay.
Carla
Yeah.
had scoliosis. Apparently that's what the Harrington rods are for.
Oh, I will, Misha. And I saw your post.
Denise. It's her brother-in-law that's going to drive her. Get your butt in the phone in her ear. Well, it's safe travels today, Denise. I will definitely be thinking about you and praying about that today. That's a difficult thing. My specialist, my pain doctor, is about 30-minute drive, and I think that's far enough. I'm glad I don't have to drive further than that. It's kind of on the opposite side of town that I'm on, so Vicky's going through the appeal. That appeal process can be a real pain in the rear end, but sometimes it is well worth it. Oh, good. Pee-Pee's doing very good. Got her stitches out. Uh, this blister's making my lower back. Oh my gosh, Willow. There are many of us with a chronic pain situation, and it is not good. But Misha has good news with her puppy, so that's good news. But that's when my injections wear off. It's not a gradual like gradually my injections wear off and the pain gradually climbs up. It's like I go from my pain is somewhat controlled to here, just instant when that injection wears off. All right. You'll still be able to listen to us on your phone, Denise? Good luck and safe travel.
Yes, Denise, and we love you. The prayers will be with you, and you know that.
Yes, absolutely.
You know that. You know, I'll go ahead and tell you guys. I wanted to share something and let you guys know how God works. You know, and it's kind of was mind blowing as we grew.
Yep, that's how mine is, Willow. 1 minute I'm okay, I'm controlled, and the next minute totally not controlled.
Yes, and see, Kevin's. I don't know how his sciatica is, today, but if he's going to have to get in the manhole, but he did not know what sciatic nerve felt like. But
That can be very, very painful.
So thank God, you guys, he had some medicine, and he's not one to take like a muscle relaxer every day. He just takes it when it's needed. So he had the medicine that was given to him when he went to the doctor for his back. And so it was a blessing because he was able to get some relief from it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why it's wonderful we're all here together, because we all each know and understand pain. And not only pain, but, family issues and friend issues.
Mm-hmm.
But I had written down in the back, this book I use for my God jars, and I write down, who I sent to, and I just keep a list, and even a list of who I want to send to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Willow. And I told my husband, I said, yes, it feels like somebody punched you in the butt real hard, all the way down to the bone, and then it goes down the leg. And I told him, I said, mine will go all the way to the bottom of my feet.
Mm-hmm.
I've had it
That's how mine does too.
I've had it go to the outside, well, the inside, because I have a high arch. And then I had it one day on the outside. I don't even know which one's worse because it's all bad. It's all bad.
Good morning to Myra. Good morning to you. Good morning to Myra. Good morning to you.
Traci, I don't see how you do it, because you had to hear me sing it. I got breathy, honey. I got breathy. It was like, oh my gosh. How does she do it?
I don't know. God gives me the energy and the ability to welcome everybody into our channel. It's a gift truly from God, even if it isn't the most pleasant sounding on the ears. It's still a gift from God to
No, now you have people can't wait.
give me the energy to do it.
Oh my goodness, you did the one. Good morning to Joshy. Good morning to you. I am not Traci, but I'll have to do. Misha, you did that to him. And you guys, I have the ability to have the joy of the Lord in my face, not get stuck like this all day. You know how scary it would be for me to go in the grocery store and there'd be a big line, and I'm this one woman standing there like, that would be scary. It would be scary. People would move. Hey, if I did it, people would ease out of the way. Part like the Red Sea. That woman looks crazy.
Yeah, you might get right up to the front at the cashier line.
There's something going on with her. I don't know what, but honey, look at that face. She really can't be that happy. It is close to Christmas, and look at her. We need to move. The female Joker. You're so right, Dwayne, the female Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and you guys, my husband did not get to see this smile for so long. He said he missed the laughter. He missed the smiles. So
Good morning, Siosa Cells. Good morning to you. Good morning, Siosa Cells. Good morning to you.
yeah, and look, I've got to go in. I could go in today. Casey doesn't do the pharmacy. When Casey goes into, he gets, anybody that knows Casey knows him well enough that they've been on Porch Church Network. He doesn't lie. He will tell you that he's bipolar, but he doesn't do anybody getting in his space. So not only do you have to wait in line in the pharmacy, which kills my back, but you also, there's people coughing. He came out there one day and come home. Oh, where's Orca? Did I miss Orca coming in?
I don't think.
Or Willow, are you picking at Killer Whale?
I think so.
Okay. Because I'm on a woman's page. I think her name is Orca. Okay. But yeah, he came home and he said, there's people sick. They're coughing and they're hacking and it's hot in there and I don't need to get sick. So he just come on home. Oh. And, he just, when it's crowded, he just can't do it. And I understand,
Tell him to use Myra's daughter's wording. She says it's too people-y out there.
I'm telling you, he just can't, he can't do it. So sometimes I tell him, if you'll drive, I'll go in. If you just drive, I'll go in. Because everybody suffers with different things.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't be, if you get people claustrophobia, I don't even think that's a thing. But if you get people claustrophobia where there's too many people all in your space, you can't help it. If that freaks you out, you cannot help it. Like I can't help when I can't shut off my brain of worry.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys, I will give you a stat of what I wrote down because I looked at the Porch Church Network and I wrote down
Good morning, PK Strange. Good morning to you. Good morning, PK Strange. Good morning to you.
Good morning, PK. And welcome.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So now I get left with you guys. Look, I had to leave a little while yesterday, and I just don't know what Sandy, LizzAnn, and Destiny was doing. Sometimes I get a little bit scared when I leave and don't know what they're gonna do. The struggle's real sometimes. Letting especially LizzAnn and I'm struggling. LizzAnn and Sandy. Destiny, I know how that will go, but LizzAnn and Sandy, I was worried yesterday. They were laughing too hard.
Yeah. I put lotion on when I got out of the shower, but my hands just were feeling so dry I couldn't hardly stand it.
Okay, you guys, on March 27th, My son's, the Porch Church Network was at 38 subs. And he's over 200 and something now. But his growth is more will come over time.
Mhm.
So you guys, my channel had 21.
Wow.
21 on March 27th. So that is how you guys, that's how God moves. And that's when, I had, well, in October, I told Traci, I said, I see numbers. We're going to hit 500. And
Mhm.
things are going to take off. Are you ready for the ride? For anybody that's new, I'll tell the story again. Are you ready for the ride? And Traci said, what?
I
Yeah.
said, I'm your cheerleader for God.
Yes, I am, is what Traci said. Yes, I am. So, you guys, it is wonderful.
I have that same issue, Willow, that I'm always afraid someone's going to run into my bad leg or step on my foot. Good morning, Jules Fab Finds. Good morning to you. Good morning, Julie's Fab Finds. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Julie. Good morning. You guys, Julie's been with us with me a long time too. Oh gosh, she was with Casey before she was mine. She just, sometimes when you,
No God mini skirts, Dwayne. God would not want me to wear a mini skirt. No, 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 no.
we could tell them, we
God
could
would
wear.
say,
Look,
please, please, woman, do not.
me and you could wear them, and nobody would see. So
True.
there, Dwayne. See there, Dwayne. Oh, Carla. Carla's birthday is on March 27th. How old will you be, Carla? If you don't mind me asking. Because I tell anybody I'm 45.
We're both 55. Don't let her fool you.
Yes. Hey, I tell everybody I am 55 and I am proud to be 55.
Aw.
Oh, girl. My puppy broke my pinky toe. That was not fun. Then I stumped it on her again. Julie. Julie, I don't think anybody wants to see some of us in a miniskirt.
No. It's bad enough when it gets hot in Michigan and I wear shorts or a suit to the pool, a swimsuit to the pool. You know, a mini skirt, not going to happen. When I was young and I was a cheerleader, I did wear the cheerleader mini skirt, but not now.
Dang, I still got to get us those pom-poms. Oh, Sandy. Oh, I'm so glad.
Yay. Good news, Sandy. Hopefully the results will be good too.
Yes. I am so glad. And you guys
And
yesterday,
I have to sing to Sandy. Good morning, Sandy Brown. Good morning to you. Good morning, Sandy Brown. Good morning to you.
April 1st. Denise, that's MawMaw's birthday. She's the April Fool's baby. She is the April Fool's baby. So yesterday she had a foot doctor appointment. Everything was fine, you guys. Then she had a primary care doctor, and the mass we took her to the emergency room for. The doctor's she's kind of worried about it. So they sent her. So Carla, you still real young in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Even though when I was 42, I did not feel young. I was working around a bunch of 18-year-olds straight out of high school, and the mass that's on MawMaw on the same side is she's having all those other issues. the nurse practitioner said she wanted it ultrasound to make sure that it's nothing. Because with MawMaw wearing compression socks, she can't tell if they're swelling. So with so much going on in that left leg, and she gave her some medicine I got to pick up today for the pain in her knee, and she's hoping that would just help some.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know, Dwayne. I know. He's a little baby at 25 years old. Don't make me tell a lie. Don't make, God don't want me to tell a lie. Misha, don't encourage him.
Yeah, I'm kidding.
Well, Willow, I'll be praying for you too.
Definitely.
It's yesterday. I don't know if it was sitting in the back seat. I don't know what it was, but I kept my toe beside the big toe, even this morning, was numb.
Mm-hmm.
When you have back problems, it hits certain nerves, and you wake up one day and you're like, oh wait, I can't feel this toe, or I can't feel that, or my feet are on fire.
Mm-hmm.
So Misha, you could be my daughter.
Good morning, Michelle. Good morning to you. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Michelle. Traci, I didn't even share this out on Facebook this morning.
You didn't?
Mm-mm. I double streamed a few times, and then, yeah, Denise, I broke my big toe one night because I kicked the wall in my sleep.
Ow.
Yeah, I have nightmares, and I have active dreams. The doctor told me I'm missing a switch, the neurologist, years ago. And I know I'm going to get something back from Dwayne on that one. But he said the switch that turns people, like they'll dream, but there's a switch that they don't go mobile. And then there's some people that doesn't have that switch, which causes sleepwalking, because where your body is supposed to fall asleep and stay asleep. Oh, wait.
Good morning to Lona Sharp. Good morning to you. Good morning to Lona Sharp. Good morning to you.
Oh, no. I hope it's not us buffering again. Yesterday, it went crazy, and I had to set up a whole nother StreamYard. Is anybody?
Is it buffering for anybody else?
Because it did this yesterday, and it was on StreamYards. It wasn't anything to do with YouTube.
Not buffering on my phone.
Okay. Well, at least you have your phone to look at. Okay. But so mine was getting up out of bed, since my sister said as soon as I could walk good. I walked and screamed in my sleep and did crazy things all of my life. And I have to take medicine to keep me in bed at night. But one night, I dreamed of somebody I wasn't getting along with. And in my dream, I had the wah going on.
Yeah.
And I done jumped up like one of the videos, like the ones that the control videos that these kids play, and adult men that act like kids.
Good morning to Sonia. Good morning to you. Good morning to Sonia. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Sonia. But in my dream, I jumped up and did this.
It's a ninja.
Yeah, I did this like kick. I jumped up with my leg and wha-pow. I kicked that person right in the head. Well, needless to say, I kind of set up my husband, Kevin was used to this. We done been married forever. And he was trying to get me woke up. And I'm sitting on the side of the bed and I'm just holding my toe. And it took me a while to wake up and I felt something. You guys, I peeled the end of my toe completely back.
Oh my goodness.
And I still on my the knuckle, like on your big toe, like that knuckle like that.
Mhm.
It's cattywampus. It's just weird. So I did. I know I broke that toe.
Thank you, Carla D, for stopping in. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes,
Stop in
Carla.
again, please.
Yes, Carla. Julia, you guys, it wasn't ouch, but it took me a while.
It was 5-speed before, wasn't it? That
Yes,
I said?
yes.
Good morning to 4-speed. Good morning to you. Good morning to 4-speed. Good morning to you.
And 4-speed, I think you sent me another email, and I'll have to open it. We got back so late with MawMaw. We left the house at 2:30, and it was almost 5:30 when we got back, and we were just in our town.
Willow's kitty cat walked on the keyboard to say hi. Hi, Willow.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Siosa. Siosa's doing what we used to do at work sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
If you got in a corner where they couldn't see you, some people would be playing games or being on the internet. I didn't try that. I needed my job. But yeah, they would have it hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I call it a certain name. My toe, I said my such and such toe's acting up. But I won't call name. Traci, I wish you could have been on a 2-way call with 4-speed. One day 4-speed. We'll have to figure out a way or do it on here afterward, and you can talk with Traci because he speaks very, very highly of you, Traci.
Aw.
I did talk to 4-speed on the phone, and such kind words. You guys, I don't know the words to say, and I told him I didn't know the words to say. When you grow up and you're beat down and you feel like you're nothing, and then all of a sudden you come to a point in your life and you finally kind of shrug that part of you off. And then somebody tells you that you're a blessing and they tell you how much you mean to them.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you're so used to hearing bad things. It's weird hearing.
It's hard to hear the good things.
Yes. So
yeah.
I told him that I was speechless because it was hard for me to explain to him how much that.
Good morning, Blueprint Entertainment. Good morning to you. Good morning, Blueprint Entertainment. Good morning to you.
And I told him if we do nothing but reach one person, and I told him, I said, you were that one person, 4-speed, that me and Traci felt the confirmation, I guess you would say, from the Lord to let us know what you're doing is right. What you're doing is going to touch people. So, oh goodness. You guys, I am twisting, and I hope it doesn't get on anybody's nerves, but I'm in one of those days.
Good morning, AJC Magic. Good morning to you. Good morning, AJC Magic. Good morning to you. Your store today, and we need to set a set time.
10:30.
10:30.
If that's not too long for you?
Nope, I can make it till 10:30. We'll make it till 10:30, and then you need to get off and
yes.
move.
because I'll be sitting in my middle craft room.
Mm-hmm.
I know, and you guys, I have the little two step ladder with the. I don't know if you count the very top of it because you're never supposed to stand on that one, but I've got that up under my desk. I mean, kitchen table, and it's like I'm kind of pushing it back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, catch you. Good morning to you. Good morning, catch you. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good
I hope I
morning.
said that somewhat right.
What? Good enough. Good enough. Because a lot of people think when I'm in a chat, they think Norgus is a guy's name, and that's fine. So, I told Casey. Dwayne, I touch people for real. When I go in the grocery store, when I see one of my friends in there that's working, she will sneak up on me and she does a double hand pat on my butt. She sneaks up and runs off. She's a real tiny petite woman. And so and then another one I give full on hugs to, and we pray one for another. I mean, there's like three of them in there, and we prayed for each other, and they love Casey. They used to work when Casey worked he worked there at Kroger for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, so I get touched, I touch back, and that's how it goes. Then Mr. Sunshine, I see the guy in produce, and I get this smile when I see him because I tell him, I'll say, good morning, sunshine, or good afternoon, sunshine, because he's always smiling. I've never seen him look ill. He's always smiling, and it's a joy to see him.
Mm-hmm.
And I let him know it. It's a joy to see him. And then he did have those 2 green bell peppers that when he started by, and I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. You got bell peppers? He said, ain't but 2 left. I said, whoa, here, let me have those. And you take these expensive ones. I didn't want to pay that much, but we needed them. So sometimes he gives me the hookup. He'll be like, well, I can bag some up. It won't cost that much. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then my school friend works there. The one I stuck in the locker. I did. In the 8th grade. I stuck him in the locker. All it was left was 1 foot, and that the locker was inside the classroom, and 1 leg sticking out. And I'm like, oh my gosh, the teacher was coming. I don't know what I was thinking, you guys. He was my friend.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't a mean girl. Casey says, Mom, you probably were a mean girl. I said, no, I wasn't. But Denise, you can never offend me, honey. No. I know what you're talking about. No, you just spoke bold on behalf of Casey to me, and that's how we feel. So you guys pray for Casey. Sometimes being the full-time caregiver, and like MawMaw went to 3 doctor visits yesterday. I couldn't have got her
In and out of the car all that time.
No, I couldn't have. I'm not strong enough to do that. And these different places don't have somebody come out there and get somebody out of the car. You'd think they would.
They should.
Yeah, but they don't.
But they don't.
So I tell him, there's no amount of money to put to, we couldn't afford a full-time caregiver that would come first thing in the morning and stay till Kevin got off work. There's no way we could afford that. So there's no price to put on what Casey does. And he's been sick this week, and he's going to start back next Monday. I said, just for the rest of this week, we'll get some stuff situated. And I said, then we'll start over Monday. I
Feel
said, we'll
better,
start
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
And he's wanting to do a Friday interview with, I think one Friday with you, Traci, and another Friday with LizzAnn. And I told him, I said, well, they're okay with it. He just didn't hear back. And I said, Casey.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
well, I didn't think he
That's
didn't.
what I told him.
Oh.
But I told him, I said, no, they're on board. I said,
I guess he just didn't word it that we thought he wanted to hear back.
I know. So I told him, I said, well, no, you rest. Let's us get that middle room back straightened out, because with MawMaw, her scooter coming in the front door, and sometimes we got to get the middle room, the art room, back to where there's nothing in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys, we've got stuff we've got to do. So
Yeah.
I told Casey, I said, what's today, Thursday? I said, today and tomorrow. I said, tomorrow and Friday, I'll cut it off at 10:30.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, then I say we do things. I just have to be in there, and Casey does them.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, JDS Gaming. Good morning to you. Good morning, JDS Gaming. Good morning to you.
From the UK too. We have several, you guys, from the UK, and I appreciate it. Because of the time difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we get some from Australia too that are in the middle of the night.
But yes, you guys, Kichu, you guys, if you don't have him, you guys show him some love. Show him some love. And I will say this now. Willow, Casey can't hear something fall. He can't hear something hit the floor without it just putting his whole nerves on end. And Kevin's the same way too, because they don't know if it's their mom, if his MawMaw done fell or me.
Mm-hmm.
Or like the other day when I cut my finger open, how do you say it, Traci? It's a clumsy tired. You just get tired and you don't realize that you're just getting clumsy with stuff.
Just past exhaustion and your body quit working. Your body already went to sleep, but your brain thinks that you're still awake.
And that's how I, had to have stitches in my finger. It's things that I do. And, Casey would done told me when the first thing fell. So when glass breaks, or Casey will come running out of his room and say, are you okay? So it puts him and his daddy's nerves on edge.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, being a full-time caregiver, and you're right, you can't cut off in your head, has mom fell again? Is she going to be responsive, or has MawMaw fell again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We say, I'm okay, or I'll say, I'm okay, real loud as soon as something happens. But there's sometimes I'm not. Like Saturday, I'm like, oh no, oh my God, I can't believe I did this.
Yeah.
And Kim said, what'd you do? So.
Yeah, Brent will come running if I didn't yell out that I'm okay. He's like, what? What'd you do? What'd you do?
So Casey took a work at home job. But even then, he had to jump off a call and run in there and help MawMaw about the bathtub. And another time he had to lay me into the floor because I was unresponsive. And, the ambulance had to come and take me to the hospital. That's not only is it scary for me, and that there's things that I prayed this morning for Sally. I'm a grown woman. And if things scared me, how much more that little girl? How much more could it be for her?
Exactly.
So It is, and that's why I told LizzAnn.
Broke my heart when LizzAnn said she asked her if she told her that she thought she died. And that just broke my heart. I was like, oh, that poor baby girl.
Yes. And what I was going to say, I want everybody, to show love to one another and on here. But I will say that if any of you, if you have a video you put out and, is cussing or, you come across that, then somebody might not want to hear that and they might not show love to you. It's just everybody has different, perspectives on what they want to, what they want. So, yes, Anya. So, you've got your children that are autistic on that spectrum. And then if you're having to do that with your dad, I guess your animals are a way, that's, what God gave you to take care of that relaxing.
Exactly.
And sometimes moms have to be full-time, not only caregiver to their kids, but they, we have many hats.
Mm-hmm.
I have a thumbnail, or had one. It's on that other computer that I have to get Karen to get everything off of. But it was the back of a, let me see if I can pull it up on Facebook. I know I have it, but it's the different faces. It's not different hats, but it's different faces. And what I see in that is, my thought on that is that we all have different different faces, or different hats as moms, and this is one of the things that I actually want to do a painting on. So let me screen share. So that right there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that's the different faces of pain and happy, content, painful, all the emotions that we go through daily.
And sometimes, because we have to for different reasons, we put on a
Happy
I'm
face.
fine face when you're really not, but
Yeah. And it's not being fake. It's not being phony. It's that when you want to bring joy and you want to bring happiness to somebody. I read yesterday, it was I didn't just take it from the waiting room. It was free, take one of these, kind of things, books and stuff.
mm-hmm.
Oh, Talona. Oh, wow. So Alzheimer's runs on, and Talona is Robbie's sister,
Mm-hmm.
blood sister.
Alzheimer's runs on my dad's side of the family. My dad's mom, my grandma, died of Alzheimer's, and all of her sisters, except the youngest, the baby who's still alive, they all passed of Alzheimer's.
Talona, maybe that's why Robbie just took a liking to me. No, he didn't tell me that. That it's just like automatically Robbie loves me. And then when I saw how close he was with your mom and dad, but I saw his mom, your mom, just had this huge smile. And she's like right on Robbie. And I'm like, yep, that's me and my Casey right there.
Mm-hmm. Good morning, Malone Money Mindset and Dave broadcast 2. Good morning, Malone Money Mindset and Dave broadcast 2.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Yes. So you guys throw some hearts around, but not too many, because I found out that there can be too many. It's just weird that emojis, I I don't know the ins and out, you guys. I don't know. I just say I love you guys. You guys show the love, and we have such wonderful, and they say knock on wood, but I no, we have had so many
We have
wonderful
been
people.
blessed by God.
Yes. I was gonna see you guys. My mind, yes, the pat somewhere, how in the hamster in my head jumped off the thing and is running around trying to think what I was going to say about. Oh, I got that. My daily bread. You know those things. It's like my daily bread, and if you read them every day, you can read the Bible in a year, or it shows you how to read the Bible in a year. It's a devotional. It's a devotional book. But I was reading it yesterday, and it said something about different faces. And yes, our faces, we have emotions. And it said if your brow is furrowed, that people will think you're angry, or that if you're you just have different emotions show up on your face. And it just talked about sometimes that's a reflection of what's in our heart. And it said that we, when we have the joy of the Lord, it will shine, it will come through. And so I just, my prayer is that, me and Traci, that we, first thing in the morning, that you can find some happy and joy, because it is a bad place out there.
For sure.
Willow, my emotions ever since I was young, my emotions have always shown on my face. And, my sister said I always woke up happy. And, I guess I did until I got to be a teenager and life starts happening. Oh, Misha, we love you too.
We love you too, Misha.
And Joshy. You're Joshy.
Mm-hmm.
Traci's having a hot flash.
I'm having a hot flash. What happens when you're an old lady?
That's why I tell people that will say,
good morning to Derek. Good morning to you. Good morning to Derek. Good morning to you.
Derek, let me make the big eyes at you. You got my husband looking at Hot Wheels online. Just saying.
And buying Hot Wheels online.
Just saying, Derek. He done found some good ones. Somebody done brought some Hot Wheels to work. So now they all excited about some Hot Wheels across the street. You done it. I just got to blame Derek. You done it. Willow, no. There's some looks that I can't help. I mean, I had a supervisor one time that I was looking like this, and I was trying to read. It's not a chat per se, but I guess it is. People coming into the conference, I'd have to, look to see. And I'd be having the people in my ear, because I couldn't see them. They couldn't see me. But I have before been typing on it, have this look. And she come over one time and she said, Miss Darlene, what is that look? Are you mad? And I said, oh, no. I said, I was just trying to read, so I have different expressions, and sometimes people misread my expressions.
Good morning to Joel. Good morning to you. Good morning to Joel. Good morning to you.
So, Joel, I was talking about you yesterday. We were in the car. Oh, we were in the car taking my mother-in-law, the MawMaw, to 3 different appointments. And we were talking about Casey on Friday is going to do, he wants to do interviews, have things, kind of laid back on his, on the prayer channel, the Porch Church Network. So I said, Joel sent me over an idea, very good for me to interview him. And I said, but we got to get with the time. I said, because he is in Australia, so we got to figure the time difference. And so I told Casey, I said, I know I don't usually go on like when Kevin's home, but I think a 1-time or 2-time deal a month, maybe he would not be upset.
Mhm.
And because of the mixed audience and people from that aren't just resellers or aren't, just jewelry people, I told my son, I said, I'm not worried about if anybody will be there to watch the interview. I said, because I think they would. And I said, I'm really excited. And I told my mother-in-law, I said, this dude can ring the basket, can hit that basket with on a basketball court. I can't do it if I'm standing up under it. But I said, and he inspires other people to overcome their difficulties in life. And
Thank you, Willow.
okay, Willow, we're going to cut it at 10:30 because I am.
You're already hurting.
Let me see. All right. I'm having to read Denise. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Denise. I told somebody last night, I said, I shared with them, what's going on in my life. And I said, my happy place, other than, when it's weekend and my husband's home, I said, but my happy place is every morning. Being here, you guys been here with us. You guys are my happy place. And Sonia, now you gonna make me want popcorn. I've got popcorn. That might be what I eat for brunch, breakfast, lunch. But yeah, you guys are my happy place. And if I'm
Absolutely, mine too.
And Traci stays till she can't stay any longer, and then she goes lays down. And I don't even. Yes, Dwayne. Sometimes I do get. I get to where I don't know how to put something, and I get speechless, and then I fiddle. You guys, I look down. I start fiddling with paper when I get like uncomfortable with trying to say it. But life happens, and there's a lot of stuff out there for each of you that's going through. And some of it is exactly what we've got.
Good morning, Newfoundlander Ingalls family. Good morning to you. Good morning, the Ingalls family. Good morning to you.
Yay, yay. So life happens. Family members do things that we don't necessarily do. Some get in trouble, some don't. But they're our family. We love them. And some of us have serious health issues, and that's what brought us all together. Some of us. And some of it was the jewelry community. But even then, a lot of the jewelry community are disabled. So they're having to do things that they can be home and do.
Yeah.
Do we all want to? I would love to still be maybe working, but had I'd rather be working where I was or be here with you guys, be right here.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever happened to bring me here and me meet Traci and meet all you guys, it's a blessing, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. I worked hard for my career to get where I got in the business world, but yeah, this is much more fulfilling for me in my soul.
I worked with truck drivers as office manager. Well, I worked in the cotton mill, and I worked in a convenience store one time. Scared to death, third shift, me being pregnant, and right down the road from where I was working. Well, I'd say about 20 miles down the road, a woman during the broad daylight was taken out of a convenience store. The same while I was working in one. And the cigarette was still in the ashtray. Her purse was there, but she was gone. 10 years later, well, no, about 15 years later, they found where she was. We used to go snake hunting on a country road where my mom and dad was still living, long country road. And one of the roads that Kevin and I would go snake hunting, well, that's where a hunter found the woman. So I worked, when I worked in that convenience store, I was scared, you guys. So I've worked cotton mill, convenience store, office manager for a trucking company, children. I worked with I love the newborns. I worked in a conferencing center. So I've kind of done quite. Oh, wait.
Good morning, Mammy Eileen. Good morning to you. Good morning, Mammy Eileen. Good morning to you.
See, yeah, Joel. So you have that outlook. Life's difficulties have enabled me to have my dream job. Without my life experiences, I wouldn't be a life coach. Overcoming adversity is what I do. Yes, and that's why I want to interview you. So I cleaned houses. I did that so I would be able to work around my kids' school schedule. And my daughter used to tell me, Mom, you always worked. You found something to do. You would make things and sell it. And I would paint, decorate chairs or whatever somebody wanted me to do. And, they'd pay me to do it. The storefront, country storefront that I painted, goodness, 20 years ago, probably about 20, 25 years ago. The paint's still there, you guys. Apple barrel paints. How in the world, through all the weather, is still there? And if we ever have to go that way, me and my husband, I always look. And I'm like, wow, the paint's still there. So that's the kind of thing. So I've done a lot of different things. And so what I really loved was doing the painting for people, because it helped me find different people. And it was using my art. And that's why years after I didn't, pick up paintbrushes and do anything, I really thought I was going to lose that ability. But yeah, I say that, and Sandy got all over me. God does not give you a talent just to take it away from you.
Liz says that to you too.
Yes. And I painted this kitchen before my neck surgery. If I fell off the ladder, that could have been it, but it wasn't. It wasn't. the ceilings are 10 foot tall. And it was not, I paint in the kitchen's a big kitchen. And I love paint. I saw what is Derek knows. The woman, I love to watch her channel. She paints.
Diana.
So the last one she did was finger painting. Traci, you'll have to go watch that video. You guys,
I will.
I wish I could think
because I have her.
What her link is, but her finger painting behind it, she overlaid with the piano music, because as she was tapping, her doing the finger painting, when she put it all together, she put a piano, and it looked like just like she was painting a piano.
Oh, how cool.
And it was adult finger painting for therapy. And I loved it because I love paint. I love what I see in my head.
Mm-hmm. Well, and you like to get your hands dirty, so to speak. You don't have to be. You're not necessarily. How do I want to say that without, like you're not the perfectly classically trained artist. You are, let me just try it my own way and figure it out. Get my hands in there and do it,
Yeah, it's sort of like whether I guess you would say somebody that plays the piano. Mm-hmm. Some people play by ear, and some took lessons their whole life.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't get lessons.
Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's like when I plant my little weed and plant my little flower garden area, which is not very big because I can't handle very big. I like to do that with my bare hands. I like to get my hands dirty, get my hands in the dirt, feel God's creation.
I was like that when I used to do yard work. I loved yard work. I loved weed eating, you guys. Who loves weed eating? And when I would cut it off and I would pull and I would cut. I love my cutters. And then it got missing.
Tendinitis, mild case, just ibuprofen for a couple of days. That's what, thank goodness. Thank goodness, LizzAnn. Thank goodness for that news. Thank goodness, LizzAnn. Thank goodness for that news.
Even though tendinitis hurts, it hurts, but that's better than.
Yes.
But I bought the Friskers, the hedge trimmer kind, that they were so much easier than the old fashioned kind. And they come up missing. Then they came back up in Keevan's shop. But I would do the whole thing. I love the trimming and the pulling of that. So yes, super spiritual superhero Joel. Okay, Joel says also the definition of imagination in the dictionary is the ability to be creative or resourceful. That right there is a requirement of anyone in life. That is correct. That is correct. It is. And if, I can't plant. I've never been one, I could plant a rose and it just be so beautiful and I trim it. No. Okay, Liz. I'm not that kind of I always would plant stuff that would grow back or not die.
I like to plant stuff that'll come up every year because I don't have the ability to get down there and plant an entire flower bed anymore of, flowers that have to be planted every year. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I can't either. I mean,
weed around what, stuff that's coming up. I can weed around that and put some mulch down for the year. And
Yeah, we have a pomegranate bush or whatever you call it, a pomegranate tree or bush, and it's been there. Good morning, MawMaw. Yes, I'll get your coffee in just a minute.
good morning to MawMaw. Good morning to you. Good morning to MawMaw. Good morning to you. If anybody doesn't have Xshydovex, that's MawMaw. Grab her up. Grab her up. Good morning to Casey. Good morning to you. Good morning to Casey. Good morning to you.
She was muted. Good morning, Traci. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
I told them we're taking this week because you've been sick, and then we'll start back Monday morning. And Traci said, yes, they're on for you doing the interview.
Okay.
They just thought you just knew that.
We just figured that, yeah, you do.
MawMaw probably needs some coffee too. Woo. But yeah, all right. The tree that's out there, pomegranate tree, was there since MawMaw, her mom and dad. So that thing's probably been there since 1915. And I guess you have to do different things to them to make, because they're kind of sour, aren't they, Casey?
Depends.
So that's about my part.
Good morning, Manuela. Good morning to you. Good morning, Manuela. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Manuela. And Sandy and them calls her Ella. I just like to say Manuela. That just.
Is it not Manuela?
Good morning, Handmade Designs. Good morning to you. Good morning, Handmade Designs. Good morning
that's
to
not
you.
Manuela?
It might be. It might be Manuela. I'm probably saying. Well, look, she knows I'm Southern, Casey. She knows I'm Southern, and at least I don't say I got my eyebriars on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you better wrench out some.
Oh yeah, I have to wrench something out. See, they missed your song yesterday.
Thank you so much.
My son wants to. My son, you just saw, Joel. He wants us on what we call the top lot that we have. He wants us to have a vegetable garden, but he wants to kind of like up off the ground.
Mm-hmm.
The box kind of when you do your gardening, and that would help against the critters coming and eating our vegetables. But I could do that. I would love to be able to just walk a little bit and fiddle with the garden and not have to bend down or sit down, scoot down, because my knees grind every time it sounds like Cocoa Pops when I go up and down the steps. Does yours do that, Traci?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
I know.
Feel very old and feeble some days, but.
So yes, I want to be able, or I'd love it on the back deck or somewhere where I could watch the tomatoes grow and stuff like that. I would love that.
Mm-hmm.
And we will get that. That would be good therapy for me as well when I'm not on here. And even when Kevin, we go get his computer today. Yeah, Denise. Daycare. I'm going to tell you, people that worked in daycare, they have some of the worst knees.
I bet.
Yeah.
Up and down all the time.
And, sitting in their chairs, getting
Mhm.
on their level, all that kind of stuff. So, I did all of it. And it wasn't any easier when I weighed 120. Well, when I got down to 150,
Mhm.
it wasn't any easier. And I'm sure picking back up the weight's not great. See, everybody missed the song. See, that's what Traci.
Aw. Thank you, everybody.
That's the see.
That makes me feel good. Good morning, Leticia. Good morning to you. Good morning, Leticia. Good morning to you.
See, the more I talk, me and Denise has so much in common. You guys just don't know. So much in common. You guys can tell me and Traci both are. It's like we running out of steam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but look, Traci, can you make it to 10:30?
I don't know. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Look, yesterday I was all over the place. And I was just all over the place, and it was like I done took a double shot of something, some kind of fuel, and I just come out of the chute like a darn racehorse. Whoo!
Yeah.
Or like they used to have in Alabama, dog track. They shut the dog track down. I never understood how Alabama did not have a gambling permit, but they had the dog track. I never understood that. And then
That's why they shut them down.
And then they put in, what got them? They put in the what do you call them? The things
The slots.
Slots. See, that's how much I gamble, you guys. I just they put in slot machines and that shut them down. But anyway, I'm like a dog right out chasing that rabbit sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I get like this. I know, Denise, I loved each and every one. I love the baby sugar up under here. Traci, did you get baby sugar yesterday?
I sure did. I sure did.
And MawMaw used to say, "Oh, that poor baby." And I said, "I don't care." And it'd be blah 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 blah. I'd be their little cheeks to be pushed all over.
Yeah.
But yes, and sometimes they would be crying, and the parent would have to peel them off, and it'd break your heart. Or when I would have to, they would break the contract somehow, and I had to let them go, and it would be like, yes, baby slobber and all.
Mm-hmm.
Denise, I walked in Walmart
Baby doo-doo and all, and I said to little Aaron yesterday, he got that look his brother used to get. That I'm going right now look. And I was like, Aaron, we don't do that at Nana Sikkes' house. We do not do that at Nana Sikkes' house. And he just, I was like, But that's all right. I cleaned them up anyway. But I tried to talk him out of it. But
I was in Walmart one day after all of the babies left, all of my kids left. And I was walking, and I looked down on my shirt. I had on a black shirt, and I was just talking out loud, and I was like, is that drool or is that snot?
mm-hmm.
And I know if Liz is listening, she'll be like, oh my God. But I was like, I guess it is. Oh, well. And I looked up, there was a guy stalking like over in the toy area, and he was on that big ladder that rolls.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like right down there, and I looked up and I said, "Oh, look, I have daycare. Never know what's going to be on my shirt.
Mhm.
I didn't even see it. And he just laughed at me. Yes. You guys, it now. I don't get very embarrassed in the store, but I will tell you guys because we're going to be going in a minute. And I'll tell you one of my stories. Oh, I had not been working with the conferencing center for a long time. But there were certain people that before they done away with that title, they were over the mainly, just the measly operators. And it was their job to make sure the conference got started up and then they could leave. But there was a guy that held the position of account specialist, and I would do his calls sometimes. We needed fly paper. And yeah, Denise never knew. But I was looking for fly strips, fly paper, because around the pool area, you want to cook out and you want to do stuff. I could be in the pool all day, never see a fly, but take out that food and want to eat outside and see what happens. You guys, I was looking at different ones, and one of them, I don't know how it happened. But it slapped me in the face. And you know how sticky it is. Did you sing to M. Langford?
Good morning, M. Langford. Good morning to you. Good morning, M. Langford. Good morning to you.
Well, I pray that your work is not hard and not stressful today. And God bless you.
Bless you.
So I'm there in Walmart with the fly strip stuck to my face, sticky and all, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, what? How did I do this? And as I pull it off, there was that guy I work with. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, oh my gosh. No, you didn't just walk up and catch me with fly paper stuck to my face in Walmart. And he just laughed. And I'm like, whatever. And then I'm like, how in the world? You guys out there, if you can figure out how in the world I'm in Walmart and I got fly paper stuck to my face, please let me know how that could have possibly happened.
Who knows?
I mean, getting super glue in my mouth and having a cat tongue for a week, I understood how that happened. I used to use my teeth for everything. I would open a Coke bottle. I would open everything with my mouth. Well, Sonia, it was kind of, yeah, it was kind of over. And yeah, it was in that too. It was. I'm just glad I didn't get flies stuck. Could you imagine me going to check out and I would have flies all over my face stuck to me? I would have put my nose up in the air and just went with it. And probably I would have had that look and nobody would ask me a question. Oh, see, Sonia's done that with super glue. Has anybody else out there opened super glue with their mouth because they can't get the lid off? I've done it with this E6000. One of my E6000s got teeth marks all around the end of it. MawMaw knows the whole thing of me using. She used to tell me, you're going to ruin your teeth doing that. She used to tell me all the time. And then she used to laugh because I could pick up a dime off the floor with my toes. My toes don't work like that no more, you guys. My toes don't work like that anymore. I'm not flexible anymore. I can't lay my palms of my hands on the floor. I can't do nothing. I can't stick my nose to my knees. You would have thought that flexible I wouldn't have had back problems. Okay, you guys, it is 10:15 and Traci's had all she can have. And I need to take MawMaw some coffee and toast. And I think this morning I will eat me some oatmeal, which would be better than going all day without eating.
Mhm.
So I love you guys,
I love you, everybody.
and we will be back 10:30. We will be back in the morning at 8:30 if God's willing and everything's
Love you
fine.
all.
And if you guys have prayer requests or anything, send it to me. Send it to me email or through Facebook. Either way, my email is on my page. And God bless you guys.
Thank you.